that sometimes you should think, what is the dream that you have? And don't be scared to say it. I was a little bit scared to say it. I was a little bit scared to say like, oh my God, AP, because I felt like it's so impossible and such a stupid thing to even wish something so big. But I guess after all, it's not so stupid. So dream big. Good morning, guys, and welcome to Amsterdam. You're probably thinking, wait a second, what are you doing in Amsterdam? That was not planned. Not the best start of the vlog, but we're so determined that it's gonna be perfect because we manifested. And we truly did manifest this whole trip. So many of you will remember that at the end of New York Fashion Week we were going to fly to LA. Unfortunately, like lots of things changed in our schedule and we had to postpone the trip. Unfortunately, because I was so devastated, as the reason for which we're going to LA is just so incredibly exciting, celebratory, victorious, incredible. This is kind of crazy! And I just have no words or feelings even to think that it's real. But anyway, long story short, we started this day at 4 a.m. in Milan, flew to Amsterdam, which is where we're now, and our next flight boarding starts in 10 minutes. At 8:59, we're flying to LA. We will be arriving in LA 11 hours later at 11:50. So this is going to be the longest day yet again, but I cannot wait to go to LA and to show you why we're going there. Okay, so buckle your seatbelts and get ready for a very exciting adventure, a day and a half in Los Angeles. At LAX. Annabelle texted me when we got out of the plane, meet you at the carousel, because it was like so crowded. I'm at the LAX after like a whole day of traveling, and basically what happened is when you're in America you can only go to the passport control together with the people that you live on the same address with. So when we arrived, I did a passport control, the guys were just behind me. I went straight to the carousel. I was like, I'll go get the luggage. So I got the luggage and they never came out of the passport control. Like, look at this. I took all the luggage. This is Pave's, this is Annabelle's, this is mine. And I've been sitting here for an hour and they're nowhere to be found. I'm in such a crazy situation that right now I'm thinking like it's been 1 hour. I texted them and they're not seeing the messages. And I'm currently thinking, do Pave and Annabelle really exist? Like, you know, in those movies when you're all alone like with someone and then you realize that they are actually just your imagination. That's how I feel right now, because like, where are they? I've asked people around. I also cannot go upstairs back to the immigration, so they're not opening the messages or answering the phone. Guys, this LA trip feels like it was completely jinxed, and I don't even know what to tell you, but obviously you guys know at the end of New York Fashion Week we were supposed to come to LA and that trip got postponed, not cancelled, but we were so disappointed because we were looking forward to it extremely much. The whole team was like super hyped, so when we found out we were not going, we were like, no way, you know? It's the whole thing. So anyway, we decided not to give it too much of a thought when, like, you know, we got over it pretty fast and now we're back in LA. However, when we landed, Annabelle sent me a text, can you please rush like through? So we meet at the, I don't know, at the luggage belt. So I arrived at the luggage belt and she texted me like, okay, 1 minute and I'm out of the passport control. I took all the luggage and I was like, okay, they're coming any second now and we can go straight out. 20 minutes later, I'm like, well, that's taking unusually long. I literally had like 2 questions in my passport control and I just went through. And then I looked at the phone and I realized both Pave or Annabelle were not checking their messages. So I was like, this is a bit weird. They would have been out already. You could have seen, I was so confused. So after 20 minutes of waiting for them, and I collected luggage already, it was very clear to me that they got pulled to the secondary check, which I'm not stranger to. I've been pulled for a secondary check before, even like for a secondary check before flying to US and secondary check when arriving to US, especially in LA actually. And like it happened to me, it happened to Philippe. I was like, it's okay, you know, they'll be like very quick. But then it was like an hour and a half later, and I had all these luggages that I couldn't move with. I took one trolley that was not moving. I was worried about that. And I couldn't move anywhere with these luggages and stuff. I couldn't really leave stuff unattended and go and check in on them. I was like, they were not reading their messages, obviously, not answering their phones, because when you get pulled for the secondary check, you cannot check your phone. So I was waiting there for an hour and a half and maybe even 2 hours, I'm not sure. And then eventually, 2 hours for sure. And then eventually Annabelle came out and Papi came out, and I just thought, someone is jinxing this LA trip for us, because it was long, like really, they were really on their cases. So for, you know, just like double checking, like basically what they do sometimes, they like pick you randomly and they do your background check. And then they can ask you, like for me, when they pulled me in, they asked me like, what was I doing in New York? Like, I don't know, on a random trip or somewhere like that. And Annabelle asked her, what was she doing in Miami when she was 10?
Yeah, in 2012, when I was 10 years old.
What was she doing in Miami?
I don't know, I was on a family vacation. I was like, okay, which hotel did you stay at? He asked me.
And did you remember?
It was a road trip, I was 10 years old, I have no idea. I was like, I cannot remember. It was it was like 12 years ago.
Even more, 2012. So yeah, like they ask, so sometimes like if they ask you, but basically what happened is, I can't now reveal, but when I said, what am I doing here in LA, they were like, okay, and they said the same thing, because that's what we're doing. I mean, there's no question, but they asked them, do you have a picture? And they didn't have a picture, but I had the picture. And they were like, it seems a bit weird that you don't have a picture, I guess. I don't know what it was, but apparently then when we got in the car and the driver said it happens all the time now, it's just like, you know, you have to be prepared for potential extra checks. But we're not going to let this trip get jinxed. So whoever is giving us an evil eye, think that we have a magic shield around us that is protecting us from any bad juju, because we are good people, right?
Yes. So stop jinxing now, please. Evil eye. I'm protecting all of us here in this little, you know?
My manifestations.
You know, we're...
You're only the weather fairy.
The weather fairy. Anyway, so when we were out, I was like, I think we deserve In-N-Out burger now. Guys, okay, team's in really, really high spirits, which is great after everything and all the chaos. We are now, as a treat, going to have some food at Bumpy. We're gonna have some food at In-N-Out, and I know you might be thinking, what do you mean In-N-Out? Like, don't you guys deserve a nice dinner? But I think we all really want to have In-N-Out. Like, we're all really excited.
So you know another really good place you guys can eat at is in Beverly Hills.
Which one?
It's called Crustaceans.
Crustaceans?
It's really, it's called, look it up, the whole floor has koi fishes on that glass floor that you walk on.
Wow, okay. Need to check it out. I'm very excited. I don't know how, I haven't actually had anything. Did you guys eat on the plane?
Yeah.
You know what, my menu was like red curry and I don't know what, and then I was like, I woke up at 4, I need the croissant, not like red curry, you know, I didn't feel like that, and now I'm so excited for the burger. And also it's so funny because we're constantly driving this side, and I went to get my hair done, as you can probably see. I was going like this to not accidentally see something that I want to film my first impression of later. Okay, I haven't been in LA since 2022, so it's been quite a while, and I cannot wait to taste this burger. It's delicious. One thing I have to say is people are much chattier than anywhere else, right? They're nothing. Feel very chatty. I am enjoying the climate so much. 25 degrees, it's so beautiful. Oh, it's good. Everything's good right now. One cheesy fries and 3 water.
That nigga speaks Spanish.
Everything else.
Okay, guys.
86.
It's feast time. Shall we go to the hotel, Annabelle, and then walk a little bit?
Yes.
Maybe some of you already gathered, some of you know, some of you don't know, but we're actually in LA because I don't even know how to announce it. So for the first time in my life, I'm a face of a campaign of a brand, and my face will be on a billboard on Sunset Boulevard, which I think is such a I don't know, like besides that, maybe like what compares to that, like Times Square and Piccadilly Circus, maybe. I don't know, let's leave that for another year. For another year to manifest. But I think like for me personally, the Sunset Boulevard is like wow, because whenever I come to LA, I always look at the billboards on Sunset. There's so many and there's so much going on. So I haven't seen it yet. I've seen the render of how it's gonna look, but I haven't seen it what it looks like in real life. And apparently it's a really, really big billboard. So now we're gonna have a first reaction. I'm excited. I'm just sad. What's funny is I passed it today and I didn't look at it, and Filippo wanted to see it, so I called him on FaceTime and I held the phone, but I wasn't looking, and he saw it.
He saw it?
Yeah. And my sister also, and they both like were like, oh my god, and I had to tell them, okay, tell me when you see it so I can put the phone away and whatever. And then we're like, okay, finished, done, thank you. But I haven't seen it, and I passed by it twice today. I just wanted to have a video of my first reaction. I don't know, maybe I'm not gonna have any reaction. We'll see.
We'll see in a minute.
Yeah. They went to check it out without me first, because they said they wanna do their own first reaction, but also to check that it's there. Okay, I can see them.
Guys.
We left Tamara in the corner, so we can first have a look at it. Let's see, I already see promising Audemars Piguet from this angle. Oh! Wow!
Wow.
This is insane.
Can I come? They're jumping up and down, so I guess it's a yes. I feel like I'm approaching somewhere and I'm gonna get proposed to or something. It's so big, so much bigger than I thought it would be. Like, this is kind of crazy. Oh my god, and it says my name, you guys. I didn't know it's gonna say my name. This is actually really insane for me. Wow, you know how weird it feels? It feels like seeing you on a building. I've never had that in my life. That's like seeing yourself first time on a TV or in a magazine.
Yes.
When I take a picture of it, it doesn't feel the same as it does in real life. In real life, it's like, oh my god. Also, you know, Pave, Annabelle and I were there when we were shooting it. So it kind of feels crazy. Wow, I love it. So last year, Filippo asked me to make some like new kind of big milestones that I would like to achieve. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, not a magazine cover here and there. Like maybe there are some milestones that would still be amazing. And then he said, but you've never been on a billboard, right? And he said to me, maybe you should manifest being on a billboard. And I'm like, yeah, but who's gonna put me on a billboard, like honestly? And he's like, well, this is something to work towards. And when this came out, he told me, what did I tell you? And it's really, really, really insane. Like just the fact that a little me that comes from like such a small country in Europe, in Balkan, like country that, you know, like you don't really get often people getting so many opportunities from my country or like doing things like this. So we discussed this before, but I always feel like I already started like 10 steps behind everybody else. But to have something like this in front of my eyes, it feels really, 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 really emotional, honestly, and really like...
We're so proud, Tamara.
Thank you guys. It feels like the hard work pays off. Good morning, Los Angeles, 6:36 a.m. and I woke up at 3:30. So
Hello.
I was trying to find someone else who's willing to go for a 20-minute walk to Alfred's. It's like an early morning coffee run. Pavel was asleep, so you know, we are just kind of taking it easy, going to grab a coffee, then breakfast, team meeting, and then proceeding with our creation. I woke up early, so I had time to like think and organize and plan stuff, and booked a little lunch table for us in one of my favorite spots so that we can really like celebrate the billboard, because I think like celebrating success is so important. When I used to, back in the days, work in pharmacy, one of the companies that actually my sister worked at one other company and I worked in another one, and her company had these 5 pillars, and I don't remember what they were, but I remember that the 5th one was celebrate the success, and it's like a huge corporation, so I hope they know what they're doing. So I stole a bit of a concept. Anyway, walking to Alfred's, then breakfast because I'm starving, because back home it's already like, what time? 3 p.m? 2 p.m?
4 almost, yeah.
Insane. Like 3:38, like insane. And that's the drill. I don't even know. My body is, yeah, so confused. So Melrose Place, first thing of the day. So quiet. I have this cup actually, and I haven't used it for a while. I love it. Look, all the different snacks they have: coconut, peanut butter, bars, almond butter, all these sodas, wraps, matcha almonds, candy bar cookie, and then all these other overnight oats. I'll have to actually get some because tomorrow morning I plan on waking up at 2 a.m. and I'll need to have some breakfast immediately because I want to get used to my metabolism also to European time zone. Okay, have you ever had Alfred's coffee, Annabelle?
No.
Now is the taste test.
Wow.
Right? So
it's
good.
hazelnutty.
Nutty, yeah.
Yeah.
The actual the actual coffee bean tastes a bit nutty, which I like as well. You know what I want? We're trying to plan Paris already because Paris is soon. So what I'd like you to do is write a list of the shows we have on one side, and on the other side all the other brands that we are not having shows, but it's some sort of event or something. And then we have jobs. My God, it's going to be very intense. I think we're going to have to block times for content production. I think it's going to be kind of insane.
That's
Like events, like the wardrobe, New York, you know, like presentation, this and that. I feel like I've already been awake for like 12 hours and it's not far from the truth because currently it's 7:51 and I woke up at 3:30, as you guys know, so it's been like a whole day. We had like a team meeting and then a meeting with Annabelle about Fashion Week, and now we're gonna have another meeting, so it's like a lot of organizational stuff, which is great. Maybe we should more often wake up at 3 a.m. you guys.
in Milan.
Yeah.
Then we have to wait until 10 to get a coffee.
Imagine it. Now, the truth is actually some coffee shops open at 7 a.m. in Milan as well. We ordered breakfast, which you will see very soon, and now we're just gonna recap everything and go through all the content we want to shoot, all the things we want to do, and like kind of organize it better in our heads so that when it comes to actual delivery and execution, we're more prepared. Because my favorite saying, and it should be a slogan of my company: if you fail to prepare, prepare to fail.
Okay, my favorite people. I'm back. The Annabelle cam is back. Here we have them creating some content for this. I mean, this is insane. She called all her family and friends. You can see it on TikTok.
Hi, baby! I wanted to show you my billboard. Hvala, tata!
Billboard je preko cijelog zida.
Da, tata!
To si zaslužila. Ponosim se, čer.
Hvala, tata!
And it was such a wholesome moment because honestly everyone is rooting so much for her success and is so happy for this. So I'm also so happy and we're having such a great day so far. She will tell you the story about AP later, where you can wait and watch the vlog to see everything. Tamara, how do you feel? Have you already processed this or not?
I don't think I've processed it. It feels like kind of not real enough yet. But even when we went for coffee and we were coming back, we could see the other part of the billboard on the other side, like, you know,
like in the hills.
We could see it from down in the hills, like just me walking.
Insane. It's insane, guys. Insane. But we're all so proud. We couldn't be more proud than this. Also, I love the outfit, guys. Of course, again, outfit is 10 out of 10.
Never not working.
I mean, I feel like we really hustled today. On several TikToks, we took some pictures, and now we're actually gonna go to AP House. It's only 11 in the morning, but they're waiting for us for a little coffee. And I've been to so many around the world. So I've been to Hong Kong one, I've been to London one, I've been to Milan one, of course. I've been to Zurich one. Now we're gonna go to LA one. Trying to think what other ones I've visited. I feel like there were more, but yeah, there are gonna be some big openings also in the next year. So we'll bring you around. How are you? I'm Tamara. So lovely to meet you. I love this area. Wow. Oh my God, look at the view, you guys. That's the downtown LA, right? Yes. It looks so far. Honestly, this is one of the best views I've seen in LA.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Let's get a little too drunk. Are you down? 'Cause I just got to.
Equal distance and same pressure. So I'll just do the first one, okay?
Yeah.
And then you can take over.
Oh, yes!
Like, you should have brought your personal.
I know. I mean, you would be surprised. How long do you hold?
I just hold it for like a second. A line underneath.
This is so insane. I mean, thank you very much. I'll be very honest. My AP coin. Yes.
Yeah.
Like Olympics. I'm so curious about the watchmaking. So I asked in the past, like, why is it the red? Like, why is it always I see the red? And then they explained to me because ruby is almost as hard as diamond, but it's not as precious as diamond. So it's like to maintain the hardness so that it doesn't, the wheels don't.
Yeah, it helps with friction.
Yeah.
And reduces friction. It also holds oil, so it really
So
increases
cool.
like the comeback for the watches. But yeah, we do jewels here too, so you see the jewels right here. I teach you how to insert them and do different sizes of screws. Yeah, look how small they get.
No, insane. And
You've done this, but it's true. Like these screws, like they look like a piece of dust.
Tiny, yeah.
so when doing watches, how long do you do and then you make a break? Because you're constantly like straining, right?
Yeah, I feel like 45 minutes is usually enough, and then you gotta take like
Break.
a 5-minute break, and then you can come back to it. But yeah, definitely, using the loop for that long, it definitely will get you tired. Yeah.
So when I went with Filippo to Le Brassus and they said we do 45 minutes and then we make a break, he said if you wouldn't make so many breaks, there would be more watches. Guys, so we're at the AP House in Los Angeles, which honestly is so beautiful that I wish I could move in here. They spoiled us with matcha, green juice, and immunity shot, which is like turmeric, ginger, vinegar, something, but like spicy. And I just love how every AP house that I have visited so far is just like so much in the spirit of that city. And here I think it must be so fabulous for them because I cannot even imagine the kind of like celebrities that come here, the Hollywood, the glam. But anyway, I wanted to tell you a story because I told it to my team, to Annabelle today, and she thought it was kind of crazy story. So I want to tell you a story about how my journey with AP started. So I think I got my first AP watch. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong, but in 2017 or 2018, I fell in love with the brand. Doesn't matter. In 2019, Henry, who was part of my team, and I love him so much, he's now working for a fashion brand, and he was such an incredible team member. So we worked together, and he is so wonderful, he's kind, he's like always thinking outside of the box. And we had a train ride. I was going to Cambridge where I was giving a speech at university. He asked me, Tamara, I want to know what is one brand, like your dream brand that you would love to work with. And I said Audemars Piguet, but honestly this brand doesn't work with influencers, so don't worry about it, let's think of something else. And he's like, no, wait, what is the one brand that would make you the happiest girl in the world if you worked with? And I said, yeah, Audemars Piguet. And he said to me, okay, I'm gonna try and reach out to them. And I said, Henry, don't bother, because honestly, like, you know, it's a brand I love and I care so much about, but like this is not gonna happen. They don't work like, they don't do this kind of stuff. And he said, it's okay, we can always try. So he reached out to the brand, expressed how much I love them, etc. And nothing happened immediately. But that was like so this was January 2020, okay? And then I think, I wanna say April 2022, I think, or 2021, I'm not sure. I got an email from AP that they want to work with me. But it's funnily enough because Henry did reach out to them and they kept my name at the back of the mind until this came. And I shot this big Filippo reveal for socials where I had to shoot with a partner. So Filippo and I shot, and after that it was like another trip, like a trip to Le Brassus, which I loved and I've been back to ever since, and then trip to Tokyo, and then trip to London, and trip in Paris, and trip to Saint-Tropez several times with AP, and trip to Hong Kong, and then that led to me being the face of the campaign at AP. And I just wanted to tell you this story because in 2020 I literally thought like, don't even try, like there's no point, it's not like AP is gonna want to work with me. I mean, let's face it, to this moment that we're at now, being in a building at AP House where I'm on a billboard. I mean, crazy. So a little background story to you guys, that sometimes you should think, what is the dream that you have? And don't be scared to say it, because I was a little bit scared to say it. I was a little bit scared to say like, oh my God, AP, because I felt like it's so impossible and such a stupid thing to even wish something so big. But I guess after all, it's not so stupid, so dream big. Okay guys, 1 hour at the room, because you know when you wake up 3:30, it's like, I've changed already like 3 or 4 times today, I don't know what to tell you, but I received a very small order that I made on Revolve and I wanted to show it to you. It arrived in like a very slim packaging, which I love because that's always more convenient. I only have like 2 looks basically in here. So one is a white dress. I'll show you, let me just unpack it all. And then we're meeting and we're going for our celebration lunch. This is the dress. It's like, kind of looks like a blazer dress, except that it's not a blazer. It has like shoulder pads. We'll have to try everything on as to see how it fits. And then the other is like a gray suit, but it's not a suit with a blazer. I'll link everything below, as always. So these are the gray trousers. I think I'll wear this to lunch. If it fits well, I hope it will fit well. I would like to wear this for lunch because I really quite like this outfit. And honestly, I don't really have that many outfits here with me in LA because I had to pack for LA and for Paris Fashion Week. Yeah, it's not easy. So I didn't want to bring too many like warm clothes, warm weather clothes, because I will need cold weather clothes. Oh, this I will need to steam a bit. No, I didn't have a steamer. So it's like a top that goes with those trousers, but it has like that kind of shawl, like a wrap around it. Now, I'm gonna have to try it creased just to see how it fits. So I don't know if you can see me. Can you see me? We definitely need to steam this. Liberate the space a little bit so you can see me. I think it's a little bit crooked maybe, but what is this giving? Is it giving nothing? I really like this kind of like poncho effect top. I don't know if this, I need to button up one more time. No, I don't. That's it. Okay. But this is the vibe. Sorry about all of these shoes that I have in here. Those are all the shoes that I wore just today. So this is the vibe. I love the trousers. I mean, I love it. I just think it needs to be steamed because right now it just looks like I put on like a bunch of material on. I need to try the dress as well. I thought I was gonna like this less. I like this more, like way more. I really love this. I'm gonna keep this dress because I think it's quite cute. It's very flattering, big shoulders. I haven't closed it fully. I need help to close it. It has these like 2 little pockets in front. Very light and very nice to put on. Big shoulders, I think. Maybe I should wear this for my little celebration. What do you guys think? I really love this dress, so easy. The only thing is obviously weather is not going to be ideal these days in Paris to wear this, like in winter. Would I wear this with tights? Maybe even, you know, you never know. So even like thin black tights would even be great with this dress. So I love this one. Okay, ironed. How do we like it ironed? Probably a high heel type of thing with this poncho. I wish this poncho was a little bit shorter because I wanted to show the belt, you see? Or maybe my torso is not as long. Or maybe I should tuck it in a bit like this. Yeah, like this, it looks actually quite cool. I just don't think this is currently the LA vibe. So maybe I'll wear the short dress now. And then this, maybe for like a Paris Fashion Week dinner. Let me know what you think. I don't want to run late. Lol, what is this hair? I don't want to run late. We're going to lunch today and we want to walk a little bit, which we're probably going to be the only people in LA, but that's okay. Okay, lunch. look of the day. This new white dress, Kate shoes, my Kelly pochette. I just need a room key, which I have no idea where I put. Is it in this bag? Alrighty, I'm a little bit behind the schedule. Alrighty guys, I'm wearing my new dress as you can see. We're heading to the Ivy. Annabelle, I just realized I never actually checked that I do have the reservation. I'm sure I do, but I booked it at like 3 a.m. So, did I send you something? Imagine like the people working there receiving like reservation at 3 a.m. So many messages. Let me check. Open table. Here we go. Okay, at 5:27 I booked. That's okay. I'm excited because we are gonna actually have a really nice big salad bowl. Hopefully outside, maybe inside. I don't know. Like whatever it is, I'll be happy and just gonna enjoy and celebrate and have a nice like break, you know, from all the fashion crazy stuff. It's actually crazy because right now it's Paris Fashion Week in Paris and we're talking about it, how it's weird for us to not be part of it, even if it's like for 1.5 days. It feels really, or 2 days, I don't know. It just feels really weird. I think I'm gonna have a main course salad. They have like lime chicken, scallops, shrimp, fresh Icelandic salmon, half lobster, and then it comes in with mixed greens, avocado, cherry tomatoes, everything. Oh, so good. Corn, zucchini, asparagus. So this is the salad of dreams. I convinced Annabelle also to take it because I think she would have regretted if she didn't. And was I right?
Yes, she was right. Of course, guys. Of course she was right.
You know, I just wanted to make sure you're happy. I mean, it's not really celebratory because we're drinking kind of water, but we don't drink that much. So, and especially because of jet lag as well. But this is so good. I have the shrimp one, and I'll tell you right now, 10 out of 10.
It's not Thursday.
I think the birthday is nice. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. This is so cute.
Put it out the candle.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wish for more billboards.
More. Hey.
Guys, we had such a nice time at the Ivy. Even the cake at the end, I got a celebratory cake. Waiters were so nice. Everybody was so nice. I really loved it. And now we wanted to go to the Grove, to kind of go around a little bit, maybe go to Sephora, maybe like whatever, because we cannot create any more content. I've changed today 4 or 5 times, so let's call it like quits. But I think I'll change into something more casual before we go to the Grove, maybe even like flat shoes, you know, like casual outfit, LA style, and then we go for a little walk around. That's the plan basically. Are we keeping the truck? Is this the 5th outfit of the day? I don't know, but I've changed so many outfits in these 24 hours in LA that now I feel like I don't really have anything anymore to wear, which is not really necessarily a problem, but I received a package. So maybe there's something that I could wear with this look. We just need to see if it's gonna be nice. I think I hinted that I wanted this and I need to see it in real life. Is the color a bit weird or is cute? I kind of like it. I thought it was gonna be like a color teddy brown, but I feel like it's more like brick brown. And this is a Marlowe 12. I was gonna wear this now like this. If I'm very honest with you guys, I need to see this color in natural daylight because I have no idea if I want to. I mean, in the mirror, the distant mirror now where the light is better, it looks amazing. But from afar, I'm not 100% sure. So I was gonna wear this, but I think I'm just gonna go back to my shoulder Birkin. Wait, let's come closer to the window. It's not really light in this room. You see, it's more like red, like a brick color, right? And I love the bag, but I would love it better in a gray color. Because maybe not even gray. Yes, gray. I have a lot of brown bags. I wanted this to be like a teddy color. I'll insert the picture of what it looked like online. I'll link it below if any of you want it. I really like it, but we'll have to see. The team's waiting for me. We're gonna go to the Grove because we wanna walk around, go to maybe Sephora, and then get back basically to literally sleep because I'm not getting used to this time zone. I literally wanna go to bed at 6 p.m. since I'm gonna wake up at 2 and try and be on European time zone because Paris Fashion Week is not gonna be the week. Wow guys, it's 6:16, perfect time, like I'm gonna shower, remove my makeup, go to bed. Today we walked 15,579 steps, probably like the most anybody ever in LA, because nobody walks here, but probably not. But anyway, I don't think I've had a more eventful day and a half. I changed 5 outfits. We walked around, we went to the Ivy, we had like very nice breakfast, coffee at Alfred's, lots of like organization, meetings, team time, shooting, created so much content. And then not even to mention that we traveled yesterday and all of that. So anyway, obviously this vlog is coming to an end because we are leaving very early in the morning. We're going to Paris and we're probably going to be starting the Paris Fashion Week vlog very soon. So is it going to be the next one? Let me check. Yep, it's going to be the next one. It's going to be the Paris Fashion Week vlog, which is kind of crazy and kind of not crazy. I don't know, but
I think it's insane.
Yeah? Wow.
Because now it feels like we have so long to go until we
Are done?
Yes.
For me, it doesn't seem so long because 5 days.
Yeah, but I mean, we only arrived on Thursday in Paris.
Because we lose like 9 hours in the time difference and then we're traveling, not even direct flight, guys. But that's just because I want to make it on time for a show. Thank you for watching. It seems kind of surreal, everything that happened here, especially because Annabelle and I were just saying like we were shooting that campaign in Paris in April. And the day was like, I couldn't show you much, like we were shooting the whole day. And I remember saying, I think this was like the most insane shoot I've done ever in my career. And honestly, like it's been a year of really, really many incredible things, like shooting many important like projects and the campaign. And then I shot alongside of many incredible like athletes and people. And we did that like Vogue, I guess, what you call it, like Vogue campaign with Winnie Harlow, Serena Williams and Nora Rida. And then on the other part of the shoot were also like the Stad guy, I'm gonna forget someone, so I don't know if I should be naming people, Arina Sabalenka, Simone Biles, like incredible people. So overall, like it's been a dreamy year, really, for me, surreal, like something that it almost seems like, how is this even possible that it happened? But we're here, and I just wanted to say a huge thank you to you guys as well that have been alongside of me throughout this whole journey. Some of you since the Brighton days. And when someone comes to me and tells me like, I've been following you since you lived in Brighton, that means to me more than anything else you can say to me. So thank you, I love you. I'm so grateful for this experience. I still don't know how it's possible. And I'll see you guys in Paris. Bye guys.